If we can ask the person on the street for help, if we can ask, and we do ask, and we beg doctors for help, especially now in this pandemic, and we're begging people for a paracetamol or a Ventolin inhaler or something to get us through this. That is so we need to make sure that we don't, when we are speaking about religion, we seem to put on a totally illogical hat that something has gone wrong in our mind. The reality is we ask help for people all the time, but we believe that Allah is the one that is the ultimate dua, is the ultimate shafi. It is not the tablet that relieves us from the headache, it's ultimately Allah. That is the means through which things are happening. Just asking for someone for help, or entity or being or the angels for help, is the means through which Allah could facilitate. Simple as. Asking your sat-nav for directions, it is a means through which Allah is directing you. Yeah, inshallah. So hopefully that will answer for that question. And it's a good question, by the way. So please, the questioners are the best, because when a questioner asks, it benefits everyone. Whereas if you remain silent, it doesn't benefit you, and it benefits no one else, inshallah. So we're going to now, inshallah, begin. So inshallah, I will just ask everyone who is at home, if everyone can, inshallah, in their homes, make sure they are sitting in a comfortable position, and that they, because you're going to be like this for the next hour or so, inshallah. And I'm going to go through the process of the lataif, the methodology. Do not panic, do not concern yourself if you don't remember it. I will go through it, inshallah. I will talk you through each stage, so you simply just need to follow. In a moment I will ask all of you to close your eyes, those of you who are physically present and those of you who are at home. And it's really important that once you close your eyes, that you try to keep them closed, because it helps with the concentration. You need to be sitting in a position where you are going to be comfortable. Now, that can be on the floor, that can be on a chair. Do not be lying down or sit in a position that it does not deem respect, but do be sitting in a position which is comfortable. Yeah, so that's the absolutely key, inshallah. And whilst you are getting comfortable and getting into those positions, begin to come into the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal. And to do that, begin to remember that we are surrounded by angelic beings, we are surrounded by the angels. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now, inshallah, we'll begin to, if I can ask everyone now to close their eyes, inshallah, and now from this moment forth, just try to keep your eyes closed. Inshallah, if the imagery on Zoom, it will change, inshallah, in a short while. It will be perhaps of the teacher of Medina, but these are all there to help you with your focus and to help you with your imagination, nothing more. And also it will help you to connect with the teacher when we commence the journey, inshallah. But you will ordinarily have your eyes closed, and if you just need to open them, you can just look at the image that will appear, inshallah. So now, inshallah, begin to make your intention, the intention at the end of all ends, which is the eternal pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. Begin to have the three keys in mind, and they are referred to as the three keys because they unlock your heart. What do? They unlock your heart. So remember that Allah is with you, that Allah is watching you, He is Samir, He is Basir, and that Allah is seeing you, Allah is hearing you, and Allah is with you. He is closer to us than our jugular vein. So when you come into the consciousness that Allah is with you, watching you, hearing you, your heart becomes alive. You are unlocking your heart. That is why they are referred to as the three keys, inshallah. So now begin to unlock your heart. Remember that Allah is with you, watching and hearing you. Inshallah, those who have not had a chance to do Salat al-Hajat, that's fine. Do not do it now. Just make the intention to do it later. And begin now the amals of protection. So recite Surah Fatiha once, Ayatul Kursi once, the last 3 calls in order. So Ikhlas, Falak, Nas, Ikhlas, Falak, Nas, Ikhlas, Falak, Nas, and then blow on your hands and over your body, inshallah. So just do that now. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات إلا من الناس يشفع بإذنه يعلم اللهم لا يؤتنا إلا بما شاء قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق من شر النفاثات من شر حاسد إذا حسد قل أعوذ بالناس مالك الناس من وسواس الناس الذي يوسوس في الصدور قل هو الله أحد قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق As you complete your months of protection, now come into the 3 states, and this will be the state of humbleness, gratefulness and reliance. And we start with humbleness. So inshallah, bring yourself into a state of humbleness, that we are, in spite of knowing all of our sins, Allah has allowed us to be here. Now for all of our deficiencies, so bring whatever thoughts that are required to you, for you personally, to bring you into a state of humbleness, inshallah. And present yourself in such a state to Allah. Know, believe, say, feel that you are not worthy. The supreme state, they say, to ask of Allah is when you are in a state of humbleness, when you are in a state of not being worthy. Now come into a state of gratefulness, a state of shukr, that from all the people in the world, of the 6 billion people of the world, Allah has chosen you to be in His remembrance. Allah has chosen you to spend these next couple of days as we start the new year, to connect to His creation, to His beings, the ones that are created to serve you. So come into a state of whatever it is, whatever you are grateful for, whatever it is that makes you feel, overwhelms you with feelings of gratefulness. Think of it, know it, feel the feeling of gratefulness, the happiness that it brings, and then demonstrate that to Allah. For Allah says that only few of my servants are truly grateful. So be amongst those who are the few that are grateful. Now inshallah come into a state of reliance, that. And what is that state? It's a state where you come to the thought, the belief, the conviction that you are nothing, you do nothing, it is all from Allah. Allah is the doer, Allah is the fa'il, Allah does. That if you see everything or if you see nothing, it is all through Allah, it's all by His will. Nothing is by our will. We simply do a few actions, but it's Allah that is truly the doer. So come into that mindset that you are relying upon Allah and Allah alone. Now inshallah we'll begin and just recite the silent adhkars after me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Astaghfirullah. 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 Sallallahu ala Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu ala Muhammad. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Inshallah, again, just refresh the three keys. Unlock your heart by remembering that Allah is with you, that He is watching you, and that He is hearing you. And as you do so, begin to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Begin to get into that cycle, and as you do so, imagine the name of Allah Azza wa Jal above you in shining white. So bring those thoughts, those images to your mind. The name of Allah Azza wa Jal is in white, it's above you. See light coming from the name of Allah, entering your mind, your head, all the while you are breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. See the light coming into your mind, your body, and see the light pushing out all your concerns, all your anxieties, all your worries, whatever there might be, wherever there might be, thoughts that are preoccupying you, anxieties that are occupying your heart, whatever they are, just see the light come in, see it push it out, all the dark, all the smog, all the worries. Breathe in through your nose and out from your mouth. See the light coming from the name of Allah in white. It's engrossed your mind, your neck, your chest, arms, everything is being, all the light is taking over and it's pushing out all of the darkness. And continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now see the name of Allah in red. And remember, the red latifa is below your navel. Now the name of Allah is red, and as the light descends, the red light descends from the name of Allah, you breathe in that light in through your nose. See the light go to the red latifa located below your navel. See the light cleansing and cleaning that latifa. And as you breathe out through your mouth, see the dirt, the grime, all being pushed out from behind. You are breathing the light in through your nose. The light then goes directly to your red latifa below your navel. See the light churning out all the dark, the dirt, the grime. And as you breathe out through your mouth, see the dirt, the grime, all being pushed out from the latifa. The name of Allah is in red. You're breathing in the light through your nose directly to the red latifa, which is being cleaned and cleansed, and then all the dirt and grime is pushed out as you breathe out through your mouth. So inshallah, just continue to focus and continue to breathe in the light and cleaning the latifa. Breathe in through your nose and out from your mouth. See the name of Allah in orange, and now the light is descending from the name of Allah in orange, and as you breathe in through your nose, the light goes directly to your orange latifa located by your navel. See the light enter the orange latifa. See it cleaning, cleansing all the latifa, all the dirt, the grime, and as you breathe out through your mouth, see the dirt, feel it being pushed out from the orange latifa from behind. The name of Allah is in orange. Light is descending from the name of Allah. You breathe in the light through your nose, right, straight to the orange latifa located by your navel. See the light cleaning and cleansing the latifa. And as you breathe out through your mouth, see all the dirt and the grime being pushed out from behind. The name of Allah is in orange. The name of Allah continues to be in orange. To continue to breathe the light in through your nose, directly to the orange latifa. See the dirt and the grime being cleansed, and as you breathe out, see all the dirt and the grime being pushed out from the orange latifa in the back. See the name of Allah now in yellow. See the light descending from the name of Allah. And as you breathe in through your nose, see the light enter your body in through your nose, going straight to the yellow latifa located by your stomach. See the light cleaning and cleansing the latifa. And as you breathe out through your mouth, see all the dirt and the grime being pushed out from behind. The name of Allah is in yellow. As the light descends the name of Allah, you breathe it in through your nose, directly to the yellow latifa located by your stomach. See the light cleaning and cleansing the latifa. And as you breathe out through your mouth, see all the dirt and the grime being pushed out from behind. The name of Allah is in yellow. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out from your mouth. The name of Allah continues to be in yellow. The name of Allah is now in green. Above you, see the light descending from the name of Allah, and as you breathe in through your nose, see the green light entering your body, going straight to the green latifa, which is located by your chest, your heart. See the light cleansing and cleaning the latifa, and as you breathe out through your mouth, see all the dirt and the grime being pushed out from behind. The name of Allah is in green. Light is descending from the name of Allah, and as you breathe in through your nose, it goes directly to your heart, your chest area, and it's cleaning and cleansing the green latifa located there. And as you breathe out through your mouth, you see all the dirt and the grime being pushed out. The name of Allah is in green. Continue to breathe in the green light for the name of Allah through your nose. Let the light go directly to the green latifa located by your heart, and let the light cleanse and clean the latifa. And as you breathe out through your mouth, see the dirt and the grime being pushed out. The name of Allah is in light blue. Above you, see the light descending from the name of Allah, and as you breathe in through your nose, see the light entering your body, going to the light blue latifa located by your throat. See the light cleansing and cleaning the latifa, and as you breathe out through your mouth, see the dirt and the grime being pushed out. The name of Allah is in light blue. As light descends from the name of Allah, you breathe it in through your nose, going directly to the light blue latifa located by your throat, and as you breathe out through your mouth, see all the dirt and the grime being pushed out from behind. The name of Allah is in light blue. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. See the name of Allah in dark blue. See the light descending from the name of Allah. Now this time when you breathe in through your nose, see the light going directly to the dark blue latifa located by your forehead. See the light cleansing, cleaning the latifa, and as you breathe out through your mouth, see the light, all the dirt and the grime being pushed out from behind. The name of Allah is in dark blue above your head. The light is descending down and going directly to dark blue latifa located near your forehead. And as the light cleansing and cleaning that latifa, as you breathe out through your mouth, all the dirt and the grime is being pushed to the behind. The name of Allah continues to be in dark blue. As you breathe in through your nose, the light goes directly to the dark blue latifa located by your forehead. See the light cleansing, clean the latifa, and as you blow out through your mouth, the light is pushing out all the dirt and the grime behind. The name of Allah is in dark blue. See the name of Allah in white above your head. As you breathe in, see the light descending from the name of Allah directly to the white latifa located above your head. See the latifa being clean and cleansed by the light. As you breathe out through your mouth, push all the dirt and the grime from behind. The name of Allah Azza wa Jal is in white. Light is ascending from the name of Allah. And as you breathe into your nose, see the light cleansing, cleaning the latifa. As you breathe out through your mouth, see all the dirt and the grime being cleaned. The name of Allah is in white, and light continues to descend. It goes, as you breathe in, it goes directly to the white latifa located above your head, and the light cleanses and cleans the latifa. And as you breathe out through your mouth, all the dirt and the grime gets pushed out from behind. The name of Allah is in white. Now continue to see the name of Allah in white, but now see the light just coming in through, descending onto your head, into your mind, shoulders, and going all the way through your body. You continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. See the white light filling your entire body. The name of Allah is in white, and the light is descending in through your head, all through into your body. You are breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now as you breathe, see your body, feel your body getting lighter and lighter. And slowly as you begin to see, begin to imagine the body getting lighter and lighter, and now it begins to disappear. And all the while your body is feeling lighter, you also begin to build a spiritual body, a spiritual persona. See it opposite you. This persona can be identical replica of you, or it could be yourself but donning a horse, donning a turban, a hijab, etc. Now continue to feel your body get lighter and lighter and just begin to disappear. You notice that your feet and legs are beginning to disappear. Your lower torso, your stomach, your arms, your head, all your body has disappeared. Now what remains are the latifas and your golden breath, i.e. your spirit, your essence. And now your latifas begin to disappear. First your red, gone. Orange, gone. Yellow, gone. Green, gone. Now all that remains is your spiritual breath, and you have now, or should have, constructed your spiritual body in front of you, and we're beginning to ready ourselves for the transfer, when you will take the golden breath and blow your spirit into your spiritual body. i.e. the time, the point when you mentally, spiritually leave this world and go into the spiritual world. Now inshallah, whenever at your own time, whenever you're ready, take the golden breath and blow your spirit into your spiritual body. And then think of your emergency button, think of the teacher when you do so. If you haven't done so already, take the golden breath and blow your spirit into your spiritual body. Everyone should now be transferred. Now I begin to bring the thought of the teacher. See the teacher, feel the teacher, know that they are present. Think of Shaykh Ahmad Dabag. Many of you will be feeling them, seeing them. They are before us, they are with us. All of us are now transferred. Whether you know it, whether you feel it, you have transferred. And we are standing where Shaykh Ahmad Dabag. He is in full white clothing, and we are in a room or in a place where it's just light upon light upon light, And we can see and we can feel the radiant light, bright white light on our faces. And we notice that we are also surrounded by angels. And they are around us. They are walking amongst us. They are smiling. Now we all stand around Sheikh Ahmad Dabag, and as he steps forward, two angels spread their wings. He puts, an angel is standing to the right and left of him. He puts his hands upon their shoulders and they begin to fly, and each of us do the same, and we all follow him, and we have angels on either side flying us, and we are being flown to a particular destination, and we are now at the blessed Mazar of Sheikh Abdul Aziz Ad-Dabag rahimullah. It's a white building with a green roof, a green tiled roof, and as we come closer to the Mazar, come closer to the blessed resting place of Sheikh Abdul Aziz Ad-Dabag rahimullah, we see this white bright light coming out of the grave, coming out of the doorway. They are surrounded by light. And as we come closer, this entity, this being begins to walk closer to us, and we know in our hearts that it is Sheikh Abdul Aziz Ad-Dabag rahimahullah. We see him, he embraces Sheikh Ahmad Dabag. They are just staring at each other. And then Sheikh Abdul Aziz Dabag rahimahullah looks to all of us. He sees all of us, all 100 plus, and he is smiling. He is smiling that he's connecting up, that we are connecting with the angels. And as he is smiling, we are instantly transported to Medina Sharif, just out on the outskirts. We can see the sand beneath our feet. We can see the palm trees. Sheikh Ahmad Dabag and Sheikh Abdul Aziz Ad-Dabag rahimahullah standing next to each other. Now, as we are standing there, we are being joined by other awliya, other companions. Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah is coming, and as he stands, Sheikh Ahmad Dabag and Sheikh Abdul Aziz Dabag rahimahullah, the three of them are standing together. Each of them have a staff in their hand. They raise their staffs, they raise their sticks, and they join them together, and we see a bright explosion of light. And then we look again, and we see Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam is standing before us in his angelic form with his huge wings. Each of us can feel him, some of us can see him. We feel his happiness, we feel his gratitude. He is so excited to be with us. He is so excited to be summoned by the Mashaykh. And Sayyidina Jibreel Islam, he bows down before Sheikh Abdul Aziz Dabag rahimahullah, before Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani rahimahullah, and then both of them stand to the side, and then he bows before Sheikh Ahmad Dabag rahimahullah. Then Sheikh Ahmad Dabag rahimahullah raises him from his head, and he looks upon Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam, All of us are looking upon him in awe. And Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam now opens his wings fully. All we can see is light upon light upon light. We seem mesmerized by this huge white light. And one by one we line up and we come and we touch and we wish to feel, lay our hands upon Jibreel alayhi salam, and he's happy for us to do so. And as some of us come closer to him, some of us have gifts of adhkars that we have recited that we wish to gift him, of subhanallahs and alhamdulillahs, Allahu Akbars. And as we are going and approaching Jibreel alayhi salam one by one, giving him gifts, some of us are conversing with him, speaking with him. And all of a sudden, we find a light is shining from the Gumbat Sharif straight onto Jibreel alayhi salam. The next moment we are transported into a heavenly realm where there are more angels, there is more light, and we see other angels beginning to step forward. We recognize some of them through their stature, some of us can just feel them, recognize them just through our heart, through our minds. Mikael alayhi salam is present. Azrael alayhi salam is present. And there are other angels also present. Some of us can see the other angels. And we see the Sheikh Ahmad Tabag and Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jalani and Sheikh Abdulaziz Ad-Dawar Rahimullah speaking with the angels. Some of us now begin to speak to some of the angels. Some of us are being given guidance and nasiyah by the angels. Those of us who have a yearning to know about Allah are asking the angels about Allah. Some of us are asking the angels about the Prophet ﷺ, how he is in the barzakh, if they see him, if they visit him. The angels are responding. Some of them are telling us about their visitations to the Prophet ﷺ, how they continue to benefit and learn from him, how he tells them about the mercy of Allah, the magnificence of Allah. Some of us are listening so intently. Just let your minds, let your imagination, let your thoughts, let your spirits roam in this gathering. Each of you are having a spiritual engagement. Some of you can feel what is being said. If any of you are on your own journey, if you are being taken elsewhere, if you are being directed elsewhere, then you continue to follow your own journey. Just allow my voice simply to prompt you, or just carry on with your own journey. Jibreel al-Islam, he is stepping forward. It seems that it appears as if he wishes to say something. He comes, he stands, he is standing in the centre of the room. We are there, we all have we are standing and we have a semicircle around him. We are standing amongst other angels. Jibreel al-Islam is standing in the centre. In front of him stands Sheikh Ahmad Abaq. To the right is Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jalani rahimullah. And to the left is Sheikh Abdul Aziz Dabaq rahimullah. And Angel Jibreel al-Islam, he raises his huge wings. And again a huge bolt of light hits us all. Jibreel al-Islam begins to speak with us. He begins to tell us about his relationship with the Prophet ﷺ. He speaks about his relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal, how he had always been the medium between Allah and the other prophets. But it was only since his engagement with the Prophet ﷺ that he began to truly know Allah, the Ma'rifah of Allah. Now Jibreel al-Islam is speaking to us. He is informing us that each of us, that for each time there is always someone that is sent by Allah to teach people about Allah. A true awliya, that if we seek the angels, they are constantly whispering and guiding us to these people. Jibreel al-Islam refers to this gathering now, this high level gathering that we are in, that all of us are here because of the du'as of the Prophet ﷺ and the du'as of the Mashaykhs. He tells us that we are here because of the angels encouraging us to be here, directing us towards the teachings, towards Shaykh Ahmad Abaq, directing us through him to Allah. He is telling us that there is not a coincidence why we are all in this gathering. He has said that we will revolutionize our relationship with the angelic realm. Slowly Jibreel al-Islam he begins to recite some tasbih and goes into some form of Muraqaba, and he seems to be now engaging with us in a spiritual way. Inshallah, just keep your eyes focused and your eyes closed, and just allow your hearts now to receive the message, have this intimate moment with the angels. Some of you are seeing and speaking to Jibreel Islam, others of you are speaking to Azrael alayhi salam. You are asking him about death. Each of you are speaking to different angels, having your own relationship. Just allow the thoughts, allow whatever it is, don't fight it. Just let it overcome you. Don't worry about making sense of anything. Just remember the feelings and the words that are being said to you now. And I will now just go for a silent for a moment and let you have your own private meditation, your private muraqabah, your private contemplation with the angels. continue to focus. Remember that Allah is with you, that Allah is watching you, that Allah is hearing you. Do not concern yourself if your mind is being distracted. Just allow yourself to go with the flow. Whatever is coming to your mind, your thought, your spirit, just embrace it. Inshallah, with your mind, with your hearts, with your spirit, just refocus yourselves. Think of the teacher, Shaykh Ahmad Abaq. Think of the light. Think of the key. And now focus upon the angelic realm. And just slowly in your minds, in your hearts, just recite some small adhkar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Now as you recite this tasbih, in your mind, in your heart, make the intention that you do so for the pleasure of Allah, and send this as a gift to the angels. And as you do so, look upon them, feel the joy, feel their happiness, see them become more and more radiant. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. With each adhkar that's been recited, with each gift that you are giving this angelic realm, you are increasing your connection with them, your connection with the teacher, your connection with the Prophet ﷺ, and ultimately your connection with Allah Azza wa Jal. Now slowly, as you finish reciting your adhkars, begin to take permission from the angelic realm. Focus upon the mashaikhs, and then slowly see the mashaikhs are beginning. They're again on the wings of the angels, and they're beginning, and the spirits are beginning to return home. Now in your own time, Come back into remembrance of Allah, and slowly in your own time begin to open your eyes. But as you do so, just stay silent. Don't say anything. So those at home, those that are here, slowly begin to open your eyes. Just give yourself a moment. Just focus on your breathing. Just keep silent. Your eyes should now be fully open. And you should just be in silence. And then begin to reflect upon any message, any nasiyah, any experience that you've had. Now I have a request for all of those who are online. When you have now the opportunity to give feedback, you will be able to give it live so we can hear from you. If you are happy to do that, then please raise your hands. Otherwise you're able to record your experience, and if you do so, please can you type it onto the Q&A function. So any experience that you had, please put it on the Q&A function. And if you have had experienced any difficulties, whatever it might have been, whatever you may have seen, whatever you may have experienced, just simply write it down, and you can ask and you can query. This is now going to be your time, because just spend a few minutes doing this, because I'm conscious that people will need to rest, inshallah, as well. So inshallah, please begin to do that now, and then we'll begin to take some feedback. MashaAllah. So I'm already beginning to get feedback. Please, again, if I can ask people to use the Q&A function. So as people begin to form their thoughts, so mashallah, someone has said that they've seen their grandparents. Some people said that their write-up is going to be very long. Should they write it up? Yes, that would be good, inshallah. If you can do the Q&A function, that would be good. Okay, mashallah. So if people could begin, even here, if you can just begin to collect your thoughts, and Brother, if you could just have the mic on the ready, inshallah. And people at home on Zoom, I will perhaps ask some of you to give some feedback live as well. So I'm going to ask you to please ensure that you are. So at the moment, can I ask Nabila, Imran, Mrs. Akbar and Abbas Aslam, if you could please put your hands down on Zoom, so I don't want to confuse anyone. So if you can, yes, so Imran and Nabil, if you could just put your hands down, you're the only two left. And for now, if anyone wants to give any live feedback, and I would encourage you to do so online, I can unmute you and you can speak. If you're comfortable doing that, then raise your hand, inshallah, and we will take it from there. MashaAllah, someone has written here that they struggled because they felt like they were unworthy, especially when they were in the presence of the angels. So MashaAllah, this comes up often, and it's one. So there's two things here, and how to react. That actually, when one is feeling unworthy, they go, that is the best state to be in, to ask Allah, because you're in a natural state of humbleness. So the Mashaykh say that is a good state to be in, but the reaction to that is to ask of Allah, not to become distant. So here someone said they struggled because they felt they were unworthy, especially when the presence of angels. Now the reaction to that is that we're always in the presence of angels. Whether today the only difference is that we became conscious that we're in the presence of angels. But as we know, these angels are with us all the time. So inshallah, next time I think the focus should be on the experience, inshallah. So yes, it's good to feel unworthy. It helps you get into the state of humbleness. But inshallah, whoever that participant is, it says anonymous, when you have your next experience, inshallah, still seek to have the experience and relay what you said. Even now, the one you would have still had an experience, so it would be good, inshallah, if you can add to your comment to see what it was that you experienced. So someone else has written here, they're saying they cried a lot. It was so beautiful. They actually felt the winds caressing their body. It makes them, they felt nice and calm. MashaAllah. So for that person, Ivy, Tanya, that experience that you talk about, Hamda, that's good, and that's a really good experience to have at this stage. What I would say to you, and what I would encourage Sister Ivy to do, is actually when you have the next experience, let yourself be fully overtaken by the experience, so that you can, don't just stop at the point of feelings. Inshallah, see what you can go further. You have. So the next step for you is to experience even more, connecting with those angels, connecting with those beings, and seeing if they have any particular message. Someone's asked a question: how often will they have this experience? At this stage, Sister Hasana, it'd be good to hear what your experience was. MashaAllah, it's good that you had a nice experience, and we will have more Muraqabas. But if you could type what you're doing, that what your experience is, that would be very useful. Okay, inshallah, we'll take someone here physically as well. So, especially new brothers, if you have had experience, or even if you had any difficulty, it would be good to hear from you now, inshallah. Brother, are you comfortable speaking? Difficulty. Oh, good. So, inshallah, I want to hear about difficulty. Inshallah.
During the cleansing phase, I was yawning a lot. I was tired.
Yes.
I think I struggled to transition. Transitioned, I thought of transition, but then I don't think I did, and then after that it's a bit of a blur. I think I fell asleep as well towards the end.
Okay, mashallah.
And there was too many distractions for me. So.
Okay, well, remind me what his name, Osama, did you say?
Usman.
Usman. So Usman, let's just take it in stages, inshallah. So yeah. When you went through the process, so did you follow the process okay in terms of the colours and the light?
Yeah, so the colours were fine. Yeah. But as I'm doing that, I was yawning a lot.
Okay, that's fine, and we'll come to that in a second. Yeah. You said you got distracted a lot. What do you mean by that?
There was just different distractions.
Such as?
Like things like Instagram and like social media and just worldly things.
Okay.
That was like popping up and distracting me.
And when you're saying, take Instagram, give me an example. How was that distracting you? What was the word Instagram coming?
No, it was like me scrolling through Instagram, for example.
Okay.
And then I was like trying to get back.
Okay, that's fine. And was that happening at any particular colour that you were on?
I think that happened. The distractions weren't through the cleansing. That happened once we'd transitioned, because I felt like I didn't transition, I think, so then my mind just sort of wandered off.
Okay, that's fine. So that's fine. So when you then, so what happened after? So whether you think you did or didn't transition, so we've been obviously in for just under an hour. What were you doing in that time?
I think I've been sleeping most of it.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So, and when you were awake, you said things were like a blur. What do you mean by that?
It was just like black.
Okay. And what were you thinking at that time?
I was trying to look for teacher.
Yeah.
And then I think I must have fell asleep, because then I can feel my head like going.
Okay, good, mashallah. How do you feel now?
I feel okay.
Okay, fine. So just as a starting point, so Osama said he found it difficult, and I said good. Yes. So there's a reason why, because firstly we need to hear from people that are finding it difficult, then we can address it. So that's I'm really happy that Usman, I'm really happy that you kind of put your hand up. So just a couple of things, Usman. Next time you have an experience, even if you think it's dunya, yes, don't fight it. Just let yourself follow. As long as you did the right thing, you thought about the teacher, but you don't have to find the teacher. There's a slight difference in those. What I mean by that is, So if you're having these other, what you think are distractions, as long as you can think of the teacher, they've come to your mind, then that's sufficient. You've done your job. Does that make sense? Then just let it go. See where that Instagram or whatever it was going to take you. But don't get into a fight with yourself. So what I would say is that when someone is getting distracted, what we always say to them is to think of the teacher, bring the thought of the teacher. That's your safety key. If you brought the thought of the teacher, then you got that. You still have that connection. Then it's just a case of letting embracing the experience. So alhamdulillah, the process seems to be fine. You don't need to worry about. Now this is the other thing that Brother Usman, it's good to hear again from him, because he said that he didn't think he transitioned. It's not for you to think whether you did or didn't. You just go with the flow. So the speaker, in my case it was me, I said everyone had transitioned. So that's it. That's the basis that you work on. And then when you come and give feedback, then we'll make the decision whether it is an experience or not. Yeah. The other thing is obviously the tiredness. Then inshallah we're going to have some time to rest. Please, I stress it to everyone. Please do rest. Yes, everyone wants a bit of downtime. I appreciate people want to relax a bit, but do get their rest in. And then next time, do everything that you were doing. I think everything you did was fine actually. And then we'll come catch in with you again. Yeah, inshallah. But definitely just that point I say about going with the flow. Whatever happens is coming to your mind. You just allow that to carry on, inshallah. Okay. Buzzer, if you find someone else that might want to speak physically, I'll look at some of this that's online. So someone said they can do a brief write-up. Yes, a brief one's fine if it's too much detail. So someone said that they had a mixed experience. They so someone said this is good. This is a good experience as well, because they said that they had a mixed experience. The legs and lower body felt heavy, so they're not sure what happened. But then they also saw some light coming from the Kaaba. So this is for Sister Zina. That's the experience that you're having is fine. There's probably just make sure you're sitting in a comfortable position for the next Muraqaba. Remember, this is the first Muraqaba session that you've had. There's going to be a few more of these. So just make sure you're sitting in a more comfortable position. But when you saw the light above the Kaaba coming towards the end, that's fine. That's the type of, when you have that type of experience, just allow that to flow. Just go with it and embrace it, and we'll see what happens, inshallah. But generally, in terms of for you, that light from the Kaaba is in terms of your connection with Allah Azza wa Jalla. So someone else said that they found it difficult to concentrate, and again that might be an issue about rest, but also remember this is the first time you're doing it, so practice, as I say to my children, makes perfect. So we will be practicing it. But they said that there's this in-person here saw a lot of nur when they were with Sheikh Ahmed Dabag and Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam. They did not talk but asked for help and got a nod from Sheikh Saab with a smile. This is, mashallah, again, there's a lot of anonymous attendees. So people are, mashallah, very shy on Zoom as well. But whoever this anonymous attendee is, just, mashallah, that's the right experience. What you should do now, inshallah, is that you don't have to talk in your experience. Sometimes you'll find that after, when you have an experience, you have a feeling or you have a message or a nasiyah, or sometimes something is imprinted onto your heart. So even afterwards, as you come back, especially if you start relaying your own experiences to yourself, you feel that experience is being enhanced or more clarity comes. And that's perfectly normal from a spiritual experience, because it's not a voice to ear experience, it's a spiritual experience. It's sometimes an imprint that's occurring. So that whoever that was, mashallah, that's a really good experience, and just continue to focus on that. You're doing everything right if that's what you've experienced. And the nod from the teacher and the smile and that connection with Jibreel alayhi salam. So here someone is experiencing Jibreel alayhi salam, they're experiencing the teacher, they're having a physical nod from the teacher. That means that you're doing everything right. So someone else, again, it's anonymous attendee, inshallah. I'll ask the admin people to make sure that I would encourage everyone here, and the reason I say this is that if you're on Zoom, please do register your name, because I'll give you an example. Someone now, they're saying that they didn't make yesterday's session, this was their first time. Now I'm going to give you some advice, but if I don't know who you are, I can't follow up with you again tomorrow, because that's the point, because we're here to help you. Yeah. So our promise to you is that everyone should have a spiritual experience. If not, it's our job to address it, and you can hold us to that. You can hold all the Ustadhs to that. Hang on a minute, I've come here, I've dedicated 3 days of my life. The people at home, if you're doing it properly, you're dedicating 3 days of your life. So therefore, it's your right to come and say to us, look, what's going on with me? And that's what we're doing. That's the whole point of the feedback, is that I'm saying I want to address people's concerns, but it'd be good if we have it, if you can at least let us know who you are, so we can see how you're progressing, inshallah. So someone said they didn't want to come back. Someone asked, can you have a physical emotion in state of Muraqaba? Yes, we absolutely can. But for the purposes, I would like to hear what that emotion was, inshallah. Someone said, so someone from Birmingham, they go that they were completely engulfed in light, and they go, can I ask if you are something from the angels? Can they give you an answer back? Now, again, can I say, both sisters here, though I will call her Sister A and Sister B, but you know who you are. Both of you had an experience, but listen to what they're saying. One, they're asking me the question. So one of them is saying, can you have a physical emotion in the state of Muraqaba? And the other sister is saying, can I ask you to ask something from angels? Can they give you an answer back? The reason they're asking me those questions is because they've had an experience. So what I would say to you is, don't ask me the question, just tell me what you've experienced, and then we can deal with it. Yeah? And that's the same for us. Yes, all of what you said can happen, and I suspect it's happened. That's why you're asking the question. Is there anyone from here, inshallah, Brother Zafar? We can just pick someone. Is there anyone new? Yeah, the person next to.
Yeah, I was a bit confused because. Where is it then? So I did the cleansing part, and I could see the colours this time. I saw, the red, the yellow, the orange, and then I felt my legs go light. And then when I thought I transitioned, I went back to my mum's old house.
You're sorry, what?
I went back to my mum's old house.
Yeah.
Next door to where I live, and then it was all very bright, and I seen the teacher, and then he was just standing there, and then I blanked out for a bit, and then I went to it just went really bright, and then I was touching the edge of a light, and the teacher had his arms like this, but not touching me.
Yeah.
And then I kind of stepped back, and then I felt like if something here, and then I got scared, I hesitated.
Yeah.
That's what.
Sorry, was there anything else?
No, so that's the main thing. So then I kind of blanked out.
Okay, when you say blanked out, what does that mean?
It just went dark, it went darker.
Yeah.
At first it was really light, and then when something here, it touched me, pushed me, I don't know, something I felt something here, and then I just stopped.
Okay. And when you say stop, what do you mean?
I just went blank.
Okay, so...
I kind of not stop myself going forward, but kind of just close my eye, I had my eyes closed, kind of went just concentrating. It was just all dark. I just kept it.
So were you trying to end the experience yourself then?
Not trying to end it, but trying to stop that. When I felt that, I kind of stepped back.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Okay, that's fine. What's your name, brother?
Jamal.
Is this your first time at a retreat?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Nelson.
Okay, mashallah. And so, Jamal, firstly, from an experience perspective, alhamdulillah, you've had an experience. How long ago has it been since you were in that house? Moved out from that house?
1 year.
So it's been one year, yeah? And you live somewhere else now, yeah?
Next door.
You live next door, okay, mashallah. So inshallah, Jamal, yes?
Yes.
So Brother Jamal, in terms of the experience that you had, I need to speak to you about that privately, inshallah, so we can speak about that a bit more. But in terms of what you're doing, everything you're doing fine, but what you shouldn't do is, so Brother Jamal's really good, so he's had something that gave him effectively a fright. So he was having an experience, it was going fine, he felt an element of physical experience there. So in that scenario, that's the time to really think about the teacher, yeah? Because they affect your safety button. So when you're thinking about them, you don't have to see them. Obviously, in your case, you did see them. When you're thinking about them, then that is sufficient. Then you just carry on. Don't try to force an end to a particular part of the experience, because it's not going to work. You can't stop your spirit from experiencing. So what you're going to do is you end up just going to block yourself. Yeah. So just if something happens that gives you a fright or gives you concern, that's the time to think of the teacher. Yeah. So that's why we do the protection of Mars, everything beforehand. So that you are protected throughout the experience, inshallah. Yeah? So, inshallah, before the next one, we'll catch up privately about the first part of your experience.
No problem.
Brothers, if there are any other new brothers, then please just focus on them first. Not that we don't want to hear from you, Majid. Of course we do. Yeah. So inshallah, so I'm just going to read some of these experiences and then we're going to bring this to a close. If you can keep your experiences coming on the Q&A, then we can store those and then we can pick them up at the next feedback as well, because especially if people have had difficulty. So one of the participants, it was very peaceful. I spoke to all the angels, especially the 4 archangels. I also asked for advice. I spoke to Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jalani rahimullah, and before we left we gave salam to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I asked for advice from the angels against waswasa and they gave it to me. We all recited tasbih together with angels. MashaAllah, Sister Zakia, that's a brilliant experience. If you could also tell us what the nasiyah was, that would also be useful, inshallah. So I think we could all benefit from what it is that stops waswasa. Alhamdulillah. So that's really good, mashallah, that's really good. That's what we want to hear. That's exactly, and what Sister Zakia has done, that's exactly what we want people to do. You know, she's had the experience, she's then began to engage with that realm. She's asking for advice from the angels themselves, and mashallah, and then she also had the complete honour of being able to give salam to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But also it will be good, inshallah, when you have a chance to also set out what the advice was actually given, so the rest of us can also benefit, inshallah. Unless of course it was particular to you. Someone else says, my experience through was to be with the loved ones. They saw a bright light coming through the window. They were struggling in the beginning, but at the end I saw happiness with my tears coming down. So inshallah, that's fine, and that's a good experience to have, inshallah. Can I just ask, is there anyone that is comfortable just doing at least one person to just do it live? So if they can give the feedback, and I can unmute them. So if you could raise your hand, they say that the first person to do it, you'll get the reward of every other person that will do it thereafter, inshallah. So, oh, mashallah. I will take. Okay, so Brother Mudassir, so we're going to make you go live. So let me just speak to my media team here to see if they can do that. Mudassir, are you still okay to speak? Someone said they can't hear me. Everyone else okay. Basim, are you able to? Oh, who's muted me? Oh, you have. Okay, but do I need to unmute them though? I think it's not giving me the option. Yeah, can you unmute them from your end? Ansar, do you have to? Person can Mudassir. Yeah. Slime Brother Masud, if you carry on.
Brother. Assalamu alaikum, Ustadh Majid. Thank you for the opportunity. I don't know if you still can hear me or not.
Yes, we can. Can you hear us? Yes.
I'll just go on, just not to waste everybody's time. If not, then I'll repeat it again. So, yeah, it was very strange. I didn't see much. Just fell into deep sleep, very deep sleep. And when I woke up, I feel very fresh, very light around me. Alhamdulillah. But yeah, I think I was struggling a little bit to imagine everything. But as you said, I was keep referring to the sheikh, the teacher all the time. And alhamdulillah, I feel very peaceful now.
MashaAllah. And Mudassir, can you hear me? So, can you unmute me now? Mudassir, can you... But, okay, just... Okay, I'll tell you what, just leave it on me now, yeah? Okay. So, Mudassir, we heard what you said, alhamdulillah, jazakallah for your experience. Unfortunately, we're just having some technical difficulty in the sense that I can't have a two-way conversation with you. So, Mudassir, in terms of jazakallah for your feedback, because there could be a number of people that have experiencing that as well. So, for the next one, two things I would say is first, inshallah, get yourself rested. From a spiritual perspective, it would seem that you've had an experience. Why? Because if you feel that you've fallen asleep, when you wake up and you're very fresh, that means generally your spirit has gone on a journey. So it's not tiredness that causes you to go to sleep. It's the fairs, the barakah that comes that puts people into a state of sleep. And we know that from our tradition as well, that when we were speaking about the people of Badr before, that the night before Badr, that Allah put such tranquility, such fairs upon them, that they fall asleep. There's a certain blessing, there's a certain particular type of barakah that happens in these type of gatherings. So for you, and the key is that when you wake up, if you feel refreshed and not groggy, then that's a spiritual experience that you had. What you just need to simply do is just needs to connect or into that experience, inshallah. Now, I'm just going to say, there's over 50 people that have put down their experiences, which is, alhamdulillah, great. I can't go through each and every single one now. What we will do is we're going to leave the Zoom going on, so we're not going to end the session, so people can continue to update the Q&A boxes with your experiences, especially if you've got difficulties, and inshallah at the next session we can go through it in a bit more. But now we're going to bring this particular session to a close. I want people to rest, because obviously everyone will have to pray Jummah in their respective localities, inshallah. So on that note, I will bring it to a close, Brother Zafar. Genie. Well, a really good question, actually. It depends. So bring the thought of the teacher. Effectively it's the same thing. We want you to bring their presence, and once you've brought their presence, then whether you see them, whether you imagine them, or whatever, then it doesn't make a difference. The fact that you've made them present, that's sufficient. Just like when we do the 3 keys. We don't expect people to, we bring the presence, or we come into the presence of Allah, or bring the presence of Allah to us. It's likewise, they're our guides. As long as, because it's a spiritual journey, when you bring their presence, then you found them. Okay,
Jazakallah, Ustadh Majid. It was a very comprehensive session. It just allows me now to draw the session to a close. Everybody have a rest, and it literally is what I would call a power nap, because 12 o'clock, if you can wake up and get ready for Jummah and be back in the main prayer hall for 12:30, please. And then once after Jummah, I'll tell you about the program and schedule for the rest of the day. So first thing for now is take